Why is astrophotography so hard for stargazers? Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how some people capture those stunning images of stars and galaxies? Astrophotography is a fascinating art, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Let's break down why it can be so difficult for stargazers to master this skill. First, capturing faint and distant celestial objects requires long exposure times. Unlike regular photography, where you might snap a quick picture, astrophotography often means keeping the camera open for several minutes or even hours. This is necessary to gather enough light from stars and other celestial bodies. However, during this time, the Earth is rotating, causing stars to move across the sky. To avoid blurry images, astrophotographers must use motorized mounts that can track this movement accurately. Even the smallest tracking errors can lead to elongated stars, especially when using high magnification. Next, setting up the equipment correctly is vital. A telescope mount needs to be properly aligned with the North Star. If it is misaligned, tracking errors will occur, resulting in distorted images. Balancing the telescope and camera setup is also essential to prevent vibrations that can ruin a shot. Long exposure times also mean that the equipment must remain stable. This is where clear and dark skies come into play. Light pollution from cities can wash out faint objects, making them nearly impossible to capture. Astrophotographers often seek out remote locations with minimal light interference. Focusing on stars can be tricky too. Stars are point sources of light, which means achieving sharp focus is essential. Additionally, temperature differences can cause distortion in images, so cooling the optics to match the ambient temperature is necessary. Environmental factors play a significant role as well. Atmospheric turbulence can cause stars to twinkle and blur, complicating the imaging process. Weather conditions, such as clouds or humidity, can also affect image quality. Once the images are captured, there is still more work to do. Raw astrophotography images often requiring extensive post-processing to enhance details and reduce noise. This involves using specialized software and understanding techniques like image calibration and stacking. Lastly, there is a learning curve associated with astrophotography. Beginners may find it overwhelming to master both astronomy and photography techniques. Starting with simpler equipment, like wide-field telescopes, can help ease this transition before moving on to more complex setups. Astrophotography combines the challenges of capturing faint, moving targets with the need for precise mechanical tracking and careful setup. While it can be demanding, the rewards of documenting the universe beyond what the eye can see make it a worthwhile pursuit for many stargazers.